Now who wanna move crossing on? Now who wanna move out on? If you got stripes and you let the city know you rock 'em, yeah we got 'em, yeah we fought 'em. Like that black and orange up on 'em, bingo ball 'em, never stop it. To the beast and know 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes, flossing on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen, we gon' show the world.
What's up, everybody? This is Ted Karras of the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cincy Hat, and you're watching Bengals and Brews.
Yes, sir. You were watching Bengals and Big Savage. Guess who's back? Back again. It's the Big Savage. I know a lot of people's been missing the Gregor on here.
Bengals and Bald Savage.
Yeah. Well, I was going on a hunger strike for the longest
Your mic's
time.
not working.
The Bengals were going to make any changes.
Muted.
But
You're
was
muted.
starving.
You're muted.
No, he's not.
I'm not muted.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know you were messing with him.
God dang it, Dale.
My bad.
He just came back. You know I had to fuck with him.
Yeah. Is my mic good or?
Yeah, I'm just
good.
messing with you, Greg.
No. Hey, I'm glad to be back and all that and stuff, ready to rock and roll. You know, I figured this is my time to come out of my shell, man. Everything's good to go, ready to rock.
Yeah, I mean, we got free agency coming up, you know. What, like a week from this coming Monday?
2 weeks.
2 weeks,
2
brother.
weeks, man, from tomorrow. You got to remember, it's not from Monday because this month only has 28 days. It's 2 weeks from tomorrow.
What?
We're in a month with only 28 days. So literally the 14th is 14 days. That's 2 weeks away.
But it's the 9th. It's like the 8th or 9th when the tampering period
starts.
starts.
The tampering. I thought the official free agency.
That's when you start seeing all the deals announced. So, I mean, like literally, you know, we got next week, but after that, it's go time for free agency.
I'm ready.
Yeah, and the scouting combine's going on. I got it on the TV down here. I saw Dalen Everett, the cornerback from Georgia, ran like a 4.38. That's pretty good for a guy 6'1", almost 200 pounds at outside corner. And those Georgia corners usually translate well, so that's exciting. Zakario Davis, one of 3 players that came in at 6'3". He ran a 4.41. Wow. It's a guy who was at Arizona, then Washington. There's a lot of guys. Devin Moore just ran from Florida, 4.55. I like his tape. He's just been injured a lot. First full healthy season this year for Florida. So, but yeah, let's talk about some of the guys from yesterday. So We'll start with the defensive tackles because we feel like we have a need at defensive tackle. Me and Dustin talked about it somewhat. What's going on yesterday, but we've got relative athletic scores from Kentley, Platty, Math Bomb, and crew over there. Some other guys are helping input data this year. No Peter Woods. I didn't like that. Like, I'm sorry. He's dropped down my board a little, and, you know, I've held strong. Now, pro day, he's supposed to test well. He could rise back up. It wasn't just the fact he didn't test. It was the fact he came in at 298 instead of 315. Like, that's part of what I thought was special about him, the way he moved at 315. You know, 315, 320. Like, man, this guy's a dog. 298, I'm like, it's okay. It's okay tape.
Yeah.
So I'm still not out on him at 10 with the way things might fall, but he's just a little farther down the board for me than he was.
Let me ask you something, Dale. How close is our boy getting to him with you? Our boy Grayson Halton. How close is he getting to Peter Woods for you?
Well, I said it yesterday, like, you know, if you're telling me, hey, Peter Woods at 10 or Grayson Halton at 41, I'm taking Grayson Halton at 41, a guy who was fantastic at the combine. So since you mentioned him, a 9.70 relative athletic score. 10 is perfect for anyone who's not aware. You know, a 4.82 40, 1.7 split, which is like right where you want to be for the top D-line guys. A guy who has 8.5 sacks over the last 2 years. So the sack production's there for a defensive tackle. Those are good numbers. There's a lot to like with him. A 36.5-inch vert, which shows his explosiveness, which is like your get off of the snap.
Is it true that, like, I thought I heard somebody say a statistic like he had the most pressures in college football last year?
For defensive tackles, maybe. Because, I mean, I know he's right around 30, and then even the year before, it was like one of them was 29, one of them was 30. So you're talking consistent for 2 straight years of getting pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah.
And Oklahoma rotates, you know, quite a bit, too.
I got to tell you,
I'm a big fan of Grayson Halton. Greg, any thoughts on Peter Woods not testing or Grayson Halton? Because I don't just want to have you sit there and look beautiful, which you do. You're looking good.
It's the fucking eye candy.
No, Peter, Dale, Peter Wood's not testing. I kind of look at that as a good thing in a way, but I don't know, man. I think that's good. I'm now starting to question if he's even going to be in play for the Bengals at 10. I still am going to go with Peter Woods no matter what. He better tear it up at his combine is all I can say. But I'm still a believer in Woods. Obviously, with what we saw in Sonny Styles yesterday, a couple of other great Ohio State players. I don't even know if half those.
We'll get to all those positions. We're gonna stay on D tackles because Sonny Styles, he deserves to be about a lot on this episode. But
right, exactly. But no, Peter Woods, obviously not testing hurt, but I'm still a Peter Woods guy.
Do you have any thoughts on Holton, you or Chop, from what you've watched, or maybe from what I've clipped up, or what you've heard about him?
I agree with you that I think that it's better at 41, but I'm starting to really worry that he'll be there at 41 is my concern.
Well, I think it was like Gerald McCoy, who played in the NFL, went to Oklahoma, played in the NFL at a high level for a long time, but he was like, oh, the Chiefs should take him in the second round. Like, this is a guy I said would be really good if he just, can put it all together, and he really has. And I'm like, you son of a bitch. Why would you do this to me? Because they're going to pick like right before us, and that is totally something that would happen.
Round one, pick number 9, Chiefs take Caleb Downs. Pick number fucking 30, or no, 40. They'll take Grayson Holton, sons of bitches.
Right, they'll get Downs and Holton, which would be like a dream combo for me in the first 2 rounds.
You know what is a dream combo for me? You know what's a good dream combo for me? Midwest Best Barbecue and the Shop Shop. Proud sponsors of this show. That is like the best 1-2 punch you'd ever see in your entire fucking life.
Hey, and we have not been good about saying
no, I just realized it.
I did too when he said it.
I just realized that when Greg did that we've been fucking our sponsors.
Yeah, we ain't said nothing.
Man, fuck that guy at the Chop Shop, but Tim and Nicole, I apologize. Man, use my birthday gift you sent me for my free barbecue towards whatever, man. I apologize. I'm so sorry. What's going on in the combine? Did I see you looking?
No, I'm just Chandler Rivers ran a 4.42. He's a little undersized, 5'9", 5'10". It's a solid time for him. That's a guy from Duke that I've talked about when we've done mock drafts.
Yeah.
He's played outside at Duke, but I think he's going to slide inside. Toriano Pride from Missouri, originally at Clemson, ran a 4.36, so that's a really good time, but
that's pretty.
He's like 185. Dalen Everett being almost 200, running 4.38. I like that a lot better. Dalen Everett's a guy, probably an outside corner, so probably not a slot like we've been talking about for the Bengals, but if you're talking 3rd, 4th round, I like a guy like Dalen Everett.
Yeah.
But we'll move on with the defensive tackles. Lee Hunter did test. Once again, when Kent Lee Platty's come on here, he's talked about they don't really have a system just for nose tackle guys. Now, we've talked about him having a little juice. This is why I'm not like, oh, I love Lee Hunter. Because I do. I've been on Lee Hunter for a long time, but always as like a second round kind of guy. That's where I still am at with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
His relative athletic score is 3.72.
Okay.
Now, once again, you're talking nose tackle, but you just don't see the explosiveness, like a 21-inch vert, 8.4 brought. Like, those are some of the lower numbers, him and Tim Keenan. So,
the last time we had this issue was that, what was that tackle's name out of Texas? Sweat? Is that right? And he had a really low RAS score too, but he's played well in the NFL, I think.
Yeah, and Sweat just got traded, to the Jets. Yeah, he got traded
for Jermaine Johnson. Yeah, because Sal, whatever you have pronounced.
Robert
Saleh liked him, wanted him back from when he coached him in New York. So that makes a lot of sense. Just wish we could have gotten him.
Yeah. I'm not sure, Josh, if Downs is testing or not. I can't imagine he runs. He may do some testing, but that's just the thing. Like, oh, you might run a 4.5. His tape, his play on the field, his instincts, he don't need to run.
No. But also, I sure do like to watch him run.
Yeah, I hope he does. I was hoping Harold Perkins would do some stuff.
Bro,
yesterday.
That was like a punch in the gut. I saw the interview. He said he wasn't testing and he was going to just do his pro day. All I just wanted to do is see that man in his underwear.
Well, it's more for me like, hey, if you're a guy who's projected basically day 3, and I think he is one of those guys right now because you don't know exactly his position. The instincts aren't great for a linebacker. Go out there and do what you're supposed to do, which is test like a freak, and make everybody go and be like, okay, we can see this vision. So it's like, why wouldn't you do that on this national stage of the combine? That disappoints me. It disappointed me in Peter Woods. It disappoints me for Harold Perkins. There's a lot of other guys. It's not just those guys. But
I apologize. I'll be right back.
We'll talk about another guy, Greg, here. 9.84 relative athletic score. Monstrous dude at like 6'6", almost 330. Caleb Banks from Florida. Now, I have concerns about the foot injuries, this, that, and the other, but he's still my D tackle 2 right now behind Peter Woods. I'm not taking him at 10, though. It's just a little too high. If we were picking at 17 to in the 20s, like we have in the past, that's the guy I take a swing on. If we trade down, okay, I can understand it more. All the talent in the world's there. It's just you want to see him put it all together. What are your thoughts on Caleb Banks? And, 9.84 RAS score. Spectacular.
Well, dude, so like I say, I need to start updating myself in the draft a lot more. But Caleb Banks, man, he was getting a lot of hype yesterday, man. A lot of hype yesterday. So, he's not in consideration number 10, though, is he?
I don't know. I've seen mock drafts have him at 10, but for me, he wouldn't be. That's just too rich for me.
Who was the last Florida D tackle we drafted?
Oh, yeah, he played in there. My favorite player is Zach Carter, right? And then they kicked him inside to defensive tackle.
Yeah. No, but you know what? No, he's a freak. But, man, the foot injuries, big guy like that, I don't care how much a freaking athlete you are, that foot injury can come back to haunt you, man. That's where you put all your weight on. So that's still, I don't know what to say, man. That still concerns me, brother.
That's interesting. Josh says that Daniel Jeremiah had Lee Hunter as his first defensive tackle. I know you have Peter Woods a little down the board. Hey, Lee Hunter's a good player. I'm not knocking him. I just think he's more of a guy I feel comfortable early second round, late first. But I am also very biased when it comes to pass rush. I think because the Bengals always need it, that I can admit that. I do a draft guide and stuff, but I tend to go defensive line guys pass rush a little more. I try to be fair to the run stopper guys. You need them, but if a guy is a pretty good run stopper like a Peter Woods, that's why he's number 1 D tackle for me. But he also has way more juice as a pass rusher. It's interesting.
Apologize.
Oh, no worries.
When a wife calls, you have to answer, man.
We were talking about Caleb Banks, 9.84 RAS score, 6'6", 330. It's just 3 games, foot injury. I'm not there at 10. If he was there in the second and you don't get a defensive tackle, man, I run to the podium to take that swing in like the second round.
Oh,
yeah, I agree. That injury scares me, but like that guy is a freak, right? Like, he's good.
6'6", 330.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, he played 3 games this year. The pad level, which I heard someone talking like, it's not that the pad level is always bad. The pad level gets high because that's effort. And I saw the same stuff with Deion Walker, though.
Yeah.
Like some plays it looks good, others it don't. And I don't know. There's just a lot with Caleb Banks that too many question marks for a top 10 pick, in my opinion.
I'm not really sold on Banks at 10. At 41, like if that's the position we took at 41, yeah.
Yeah, if he was still there at 41, sign me up.
Well, let me ask you this though, man. If they're gonna take one at 10 and it's Falk and it's him, who you taking over him and Banks? Falk and Banks.
Oh God!
Got to take one at 10.
I'm not taking Falk. I'm not even going down that road. No, Dale, don't do it.
Yeah, I'm probably taking Banks, but man, I hate those 2 options. You know. What I mean? Like I'm not happy about either of them.
In Bengals history, which one do they take?
Yeah, Falk.
Falk, right? Yeah.
All right, so Falk with the long arms, Dale, did he impress you at the combine with?
No, I mean, we knew he's almost 280, almost 6'6". I wish he played inside and was more like DeForest Buckner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, put on 10 more pounds and just be a defensive tackle, and I think he'd be better there. He's a high-level run defender. He is 18th on my board. He's not a bad player. He's just not a guy that I would want at 10, specifically for the Bengals. I also think, like, if he's not going to be a D tackle, he would be a better 3-4 defensive end. Put him in a 3-4 at defensive end where he's more of a run stopper, and those 3-4 outside linebackers are the ones getting the pressure.
Now reverse that, Dale, and we just picked Kendrick Falk number 10. Now hype me up. why should I be excited about this guy? Because get ready, Bengal fans.
Yeah.
He's 20 years old. He had
Nice.
7 sacks the year before this season, only 2 this year. So that's a lot more sack production like a Shamar Stewart. He's going to set the edge. The Bengals talk about that all the time. He's going to be a good run defender, better run defender than Stewart. That's the reasons. That's about all I got for you. You know what I mean?
So much better now.
It's not what I personally want,
Right.
or I think this team wants, because even if we switch to a 3-4, then it would be Murphy and Stewart are already here, and those would be my 3-4 ends. You know what I mean? Like if the Bengals were switching, and there's been no talk of that. I don't think they are.
Right.
But I'm just saying what I think he would fit best as. I kind of be like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean?
Right.
And you can never have enough good defensive line rotation guys, but when you're picking top 10, I want the best prospect possible at whatever position it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel like Keldrick Falk is worthy of pick 10, period, for me.
Yeah.
If we were picking at 17 like last year, I could see it. I see the vision. You know what I mean? I think I had Shamar Stewart 18th on my board. He went at 17. I got Keldrick Falk at 18. If you were picking 7, it's like, and it's not like I was thrilled about it, but it's like, okay, at least makes sense from a value standpoint.
Yeah.
But D tackles, Chris McClellan, 8.48. This is Missouri defensive tackle, like 6'3", around 313, somewhere around that range. Pretty good run defender, and had like 5 sacks this year, which was surprising. Originally at Florida, transferred to Missouri. Good player. He's well in my top 10 for defensive tackles. A guy, if you got to like the 3rd round, you haven't taken a defensive tackle, I wouldn't mind taking the swing on him. I think he'd be at least a good rotational player. Nick Barrett, a guy I had to add to the draft guide today. So for anyone that has the Project Game Day draft guide, which good time to plug it here.
Yeah, there you go.
Printed one out. So this is what you get. You know,
that's a player a page, man. It is massive.
You get the whole booklet. You get the whole booklet and everything.
You're going to get the evaluations here. You get farther in, you're going to get rankings. But you get toward the end, you get some team needs for every team.
Yeah.
You get some
you get your top 300.
Yeah, PFF charts that I put together from PFF grades. So you get all this and the draft guide for a $5 donation to Project Game Day. Don't plug it a whole lot, but
it gets updated too. Like I
it.
just got you said you updated it. I just got my update today. So for the $5, you put that in for like 1 season of off season, and Dale will update the draft guide and re-email you the updated guide if stuff happens.
Yeah, like Nick Barrett's a guy I added. I think he's 7th round, undrafted kind of guy, but South Carolina guy that Brian Bosarge brought up a couple weeks ago, tested at 8.65 relevant athletic score. He's a run stuffer. He doesn't do much as a pass rusher, but it's nice to see a guy like that still get an 8.65 relevant athletic score. So he's got some athleticism. You like it. The 1.7 split, same as Grayson Halton, and this is a guy who's 313 instead of 293. So Nick Barrett, just a guy, late day 3 kind of guy, whether it's Bengals or whoever, looking for a run stopper that maybe he's not getting talked about a lot. Wanted to mention him. Your guy added your guy to the draft guide, Chop. Caleb Proctor from Southeast Louisiana.
Ooh.
8-9 sacks this year. Small school, played in the Shrine Bowl. 9.51 relative athletic score, Chop. He also came in at 291. What did I tell you? I said, he was 280 or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's why I'm like, Then he came in at 291. I'm like, okay. We can work with 291.
Yeah.
And small school guy. And you could say, hey, who did he play? Nobody. He played your LSU type.
Yeah, he sacked Garrett Nussmeier twice.
2 sacks in that game. So I kind of just got him in the draft guide. Still need to try to watch more tape, but I wanted to get him in the draft guide for people, especially after he tested the way he did. A 4.79 40-yard dash at almost 300 pounds is excellent. He had a 33-inch vertical jump, so explosive. Maybe he's only a pass rush specialist, but you give me that on day 3, sign me up.
Yeah.
it's a guy who may go a lot higher than people are thinking, and I wanted to get him in the draft guide and mention him here because 9.51 relative athletic score. Fantastic. I've been talking a lot. So any thoughts, guys, on anybody I've talked about? I've got, a few more guys to mention here that tested pretty well at D tackle before we move on.
Nah, man, I'm glad you mentioned my guy from South Florida, though. I'm excited to see what he does.
Southeastern Louisiana.
My bad.
Yeah.
I'm still got South Florida stuck in my head from that whole coaching roll around in the offseason.
SEL.
Yeah, but I'm excited to see how that guy does, man. You might be a guy that you pick up in a later round, like day 3, but here in Cincinnati, man, I don't know, day 3 tackle that can create pressure, like maybe a tiny bit undersized. We kind of like that guy here.
Yep. It makes me think of like Landon Robinson, who we had on the show, and I got Landon a little higher, but I think this guy could end up being higher than him.
Wow,
or be drafted higher. So they're both undersized guys, but really good pass rushers, guys you want on your team, small school guys that impressed at the Shrine Bowl. I wish Landon would have been at the Combine because I bet we'd be talking about his numbers in the 9s as well for testing. So excited to see his pro day. But
shit, I agree.
Greg, any thoughts on those guys? I got a couple more D tackles to discuss a little.
Yeah, I'm ashamed. I know, man. I got to do more research.
Hey, no worries, brother. DeMonte Capehart. So didn't love the tape. Got him as 5th, 6th round kind of guy. Clemson, heavy rotation. Maybe played 25, 30 snaps. Always like, hey, this guy's a good run stuffer, but I did have in the draft guide, he's a good athlete for his size. I didn't know he was going to be a 9.97 relative athletic score guy.
Mm-hmm.
6'5", 313, basketball background, ran a 4.85. 33.5-inch vertical. Like, he really impressed. And it's like, do I need to go back and watch his tape more? So this is a guy who's playing beside Peter Woods. And maybe he's helping set Peter Woods up to get more pressure.
Right.
Because his pressure rates are awful. Like last year, he had like a 0 pressure rate.
Wow.
This year, I think it was a little better this year. But that's just not what he's ever been asked to do. But if you're at almost a 10 relative athletic score at defensive tackle, there's got to be maybe something there, right? So a guy to mention that really impressed at the Combine, DeMonte Capehart from Clemson.
Yeah, Stewart was like a 10 at defensive tackle, wasn't he? Or just 10 at edge, or both?
Yeah.
Wasn't he a 10 at any position on the line, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
So, yeah.
Albert Regis, Texas A&M, 9.1 relative athletic score. So, a guy who did really well. I like Tyler Onyedem a little more than him. He didn't do all the testing, but a guy that had 34-inch arms. Regis, though, it's like he's a good run stopper as well, but another guy. Anytime you get these guys that are run stoppers, but then they go out and have a 9 RAS score, you're like, okay, those guys are probably going to go higher than where I have them, based on their tape and stuff from the last couple of years. They're probably going higher. David Gusta, who transferred to Kentucky from Washington State, 9.75 relative athletic score. A guy that's been in the draft guide that I haven't seen a lot of other people discuss, but highly productive at Washington State, not so much at Kentucky, but showed how good of an athlete he is. And I think a guy with some real pass rush juice that maybe another guy, hey, you get in the 5th, 6th round, take the shot there, right? What's it going to hurt to bring in a guy that's got some real juice, some real athleticism at defensive tackle? I think we need that. And last one that maybe you guys have some thoughts on, Zane Durant, Penn State, 9.22 relative athletic score, fastest 40 time at 4.75. He is 6'1", 290, but this is a guy who's played like 500 snaps or more, 600 and some in 2024. Big fan of him, 1.66, 10-yard split. 33.5-inch vert. Zane Durant's a guy. Geno Atkins. He's the guy that we have talked about for a long time. The one guy that I could see being like a Geno Atkins. And he went out and tested like I thought he would. He was a Feldman freak, so it wasn't completely, out of nowhere for this guy. Big fan of Zane Durant. Penn State, you guys know anything about him? Any thoughts on him?
Nope.
Where do you have tackle as a whole to wrap it up?
Where did you say you got Zane Durant? What round is your grade on him?
4th. Like, he's like top of my board for 4th. He's like my ideal 4th round guy.
All right. So
maybe he slides into the 3rd. Yeah, maybe he slides into the 3rd. But we got Geno Atkins in the 4th That's the
Right,
guy I'm
man.
like, Xander Rant's the guy
Right.
that I would love. And I've talked about that since the summer. Like summer scouting, I had him as like my D tackle too. I thought he was going to explode. Penn State as a whole was just down this year. They didn't have a good season. So that was part of it. But yeah, I don't want to be the only one talking. So as we get to, where do you want to go next? Linebackers? Because I know you guys were impressed
Let's
with
talk about
Sonny
Styles.
Styles.
Man. Let's talk about the Styles debate. I'm not Harry Styles from One Direction, but Sonny Styles.
Who the fuck is who?
You don't know who Harry Styles is?
No.
How do you not know that, Chop? I know that.
I don't even. What the fuck is One Direction? Is that like a TV show?
That's what makes you beautiful. They're a British pop band, Chop.
British
they have
pop
a song
band.
called That's What Makes
Oh,
You
it's
Beautiful.
a British
Simon
pop
Cowell
band.
discovered them, Chop.
Whoa, shit! I'll have to dig through my
Yes!
British pop band collection and see if I can find something.
Yes. You don't know you're beautiful.
So,
There you go.
what are we starting the Sonny Styles debate?
Yeah, and linebackers, we'll get into some of the guys who stood out yesterday at linebacker, but it starts with Styles, right? It said 10, then I saw 9.99. Whatever. This is an absolute freak. 6'5", 245, 4.46 40, 1.56 10-yard split, which is insanity. Vertical jump of 43 and a half. That's insane. Basketball background in high school. 11.2 broad jump. Just absolutely electric. The star of the combine to this point.
Yeah, let me just say this though. I think I'm starting to like see it, but it's for me. It's just like that position at pick 10. And I know you take the best athlete and all that stuff, but linebacker is a position that comes in the NFL and normally doesn't hit the ground running. They need some development. So that's why it bothers me. But I don't know, man. Is this guy like if he was in last year's draft, is he the top linebacker still, Dale?
Oh, yeah.
Way ahead of Carson Swishinger and
Jihad Campbell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so because, I mean, his growth from year 1 to year 2 was crazy as a linebacker. He played 2 years at safety. He started at safety.
Yeah, I saw that for Ohio State, right?
And he's still like 21 years old, 4 years at Ohio State, but he came in early at Ohio State. So it's a young guy, this athletic. The tape was crazy. He had 6.5 sacks in 2024. They let Arvell Reese do more of that, blitzing and play on the edge. This guy just manned the middle, is all over the place. Watch the clips from the Indiana game. He made every damn tackle possible. Some of the best tape I watched all year long.
Well, as far as versatility, what do we get? Because that's the word that I keep hearing Al Golden talk about is his players with the versatility so that when he puts them out there, that people don't know like exactly what position they're playing or where they're coming from.
I mean, once again, former safety for 2 years at Ohio State, 6.5 sacks. So if you can put him on the edge or you can bring it on the blitz, and as just the middle linebacker, smart, intelligent, high football character, was the block O recipient. You know how LSU has a guy who gets a certain number.
Yep.
That's what Sonny Style was. Captain, everything you want. And I think now that he tested like this, he ain't even there at 10 probably for us to discuss if we're being honest. Greg, your thoughts on Styles?
Yeah, no, my thoughts is, here's the thing, Chop. I totally get your side of the story. Believe me, linebacker, D-line, in my opinion, is the top. Anywhere in the D-line is the top priority. But if you have a shot here, man, at a guy that could be that guy that could get you the tackles you need, that leader of the defense. Still, tell me, does he bring the perfect attitude at all or anything? Or
I wouldn't say he's like, oh, I'm going to lay somebody out, but he's had some big hits. He's just so damn athletic. There's just not many guys like this. Chop, you love Nicky Manwari. He was another 9.9,
right?
9.99 or 10 RAS score guy last year. Safety, but then he played like slot corner basically for Seattle. People thought he might be a linebacker. It's just like versatility, talent, athleticism. And I think Styles has that in spades. Add in the leadership. I do not, because I have Knight and Carter, pass up on his style. I don't say, okay, these guys might be good. They might improve. They might be good. I think Styles can be elite. But
I mean, you still need a veteran to come in, right?
it would never hurt.
Right. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I feel like this tractor beam pulling me towards Sonny Styles. Like, I think that by the time, because I would have been good with Campbell, and well, I'm not going to lie, I wouldn't have been good with Schlesinger at our pick 17 last year, but I wanted Campbell. That was my pick, and he's a linebacker. But I guess since we went out and drafted the 2 linebackers, not that I think they're the fix, but I guess it just took my mind off of it more. But I'm really starting to feel more comfortable if we take Sonny Styles. But like you said, Dale, this guy's testing so good, and he's only been a linebacker 2 years. I know you said he was a former safety, but I just want to stress that this man only learned his position 2 years ago, and he's already like this. So he's not near. I don't think he's anywhere near his ceiling, and so that does excite me.
What about his size, though? Is the size a little concerning, or
At 6'5", 245?
6'5".
Elite size.
Elite
you know what
size.
I mean? He could probably put on 10 more pounds and be 255.
Dale, you know what, Dale? Like I say, could this guy be another Ray Lewis?
I mean, you don't want to compare it to Hall of Fame great, but
Ray Lewis without the Coke, asked Jungle Jerry.
I didn't even see that. So Jerry and I are both thinking this. No, so all right. If it came down between Peter Woods and Styles in a heartbeat, and I love Pete. There goes my guaranteed Peter Woods no matter what.
And also Styles, to be honest. I mean,
it's just freakish. He can improve. Like I think it was Todd McShay that said he would improve all 3 levels of your defense. Because you can bring him on the blitz on some pass rush. You can put him on the edge like they did Demetrius Knight. He's your middle linebacker, your green dot player, your leader. And then he's a former safety, and he had some struggles in man coverage in 2024, which was weird. But it's like he was going up against some of these running backs out of the backfield, like Texas specifically in that bowl game. But the coverage was phenomenal this year at linebacker. So he would help your coverage. It's like he's got the size to cover tight. He can do it all. Big fan.
I think that I would rather just probably take a gamble and wait and get a better linebacker on day 3, like maybe a guy that's got some pass rush juice, you know. I don't know if there's one out there. Maybe used to be a former running back. It's not testing at the combine. Otherwise, he'd probably be a 10 also. Actually, his size would not let him be a 10. But talk about my boy, Perk.
What does the magic chop say, man?
But I'm not gonna lie though, man. If it's Sonny Styles or Perkins right now, I see where Perkins could be great, but I don't know what he's gonna do. I would take Styles. I mean, not even think about it. I'm a Bengals fan. Once you graduate college, bro, you better play for my team, or I'll still love you from afar.
Edward said Banks stopped doing drills yesterday because of the sore foot. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't care if you're almost. There's no world I'm considering him at 10.
Which is exactly why the Bengals probably are.
I agree, Radical here. Like, you can't worry about last year's draft if you can upgrade a position. And linebacker is a need. Now, in our opinion, it's a need. The Bengals, I don't know if they view it that way. That's part of it. If Styles was there, would they take it? It's a no-brainer to me. Like, I think you take it. It's like Downs, because if Styles is there, Downs, that means Downs is probably gone. If Downs is there, that means Styles is probably gone. And they both might be gone.
What if they're both there? Which one do you want?
I don't know. Flip a fucking coin, honestly.
Flip a coin.
They're both going to improve your team.
Right.
Some other linebackers, obviously, Arvell Reese might be an edge / linebacker. He ran also like in the 4.4s. It's just insane athlete. He's going high. He would have to be in consideration if he fell to 10. I don't think he does. Anthony Hill, Texas. Tape a little up and down. It's like, is he an edge rusher? Is he this? Is he that? The instincts maybe are a tick slow, is why he maybe looks slower. But a 9.93 relative athletic score, 4.5 40, 1.58 split, 37-inch vertical. Those are fantastic numbers. He just happened to also be in a group of linebackers with Sonny Styles. That's a phenomenal workout that's not being talked about enough. Anthony Hill's a really good player, and he can legitimately bring it from the edge.
Yeah.
Like, when they talk about putting Demetrius Knight on the edge last year, that's Anthony Hill. You can put him there all day long. couple other
Al
guys.
Golden did say that he lined him up there and he didn't want him there and he had to keep playing him, asking him to do things. So maybe if you do get another guy in here that can ease that up, maybe Demetrius Knight could play a little bit better.
Yeah. A couple other guys with really good athletic scores that are, fringe top 5 linebacker prospects. Jake Golday from Greg's Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah.
9.84 relative athletic score, 4.6 40. Another guy who's almost 6'5". The weird thing was Cincinnati had him playing out in the slot. Like half his snaps was in the slot in coverage, which is a testament to what kind of athlete he is. He can also rush the passer.
What was his coverage?
39-inch vertical, almost a 40-inch vertical at his size. Very impressive athlete. I think he's going to be a better pro than he was in college because of the way Cincinnati used him. And then Jacob Rodriguez, who some people on Twitter was telling me is slow. Not only is he small, he's 6'1", 232. It's a little small. I agree with that. We know he's small. That is what he is. But there's a reason he was the best defensive player in college football this year and won those awards. Highly productive, ball hawk, interceptions, forced fumbles, does it all, flies around. But he ran a 4.57, 1.6 split, 38.5-inch vert. The concerns was, is he a great athlete? The answer, emphatically, yes. 9.23 relative athletic score. Along with his tape, some of the best tape in college football, Jacob Rodriguez has been and will continue to be a top 5, a top 50 player. You're talking second round potentially. Wouldn't hate it if whoever, Bengals, whoever goes with Jacob Rodriguez. Good player. So any thoughts on Golday, Rodriguez, Hill from you guys?
I mean, Golday would be exciting for Cincinnati. I'm a Cincinnati fan, so I like the Bearcats. They're not my main team, but it would be exciting for Cincinnati. And also that guy is good.
Man, I need
not
to
at 10 though.
I need to up my game a lot more here. Oof.
What about your boy Jay Golday? You know him.
Jay Golday, I don't really watch UC much. I just like to give other people crap and all that. So,
Greg actually watches Ohio State.
I work for UC. UC pays for me. Pays for my job. So yeah, I am a UC fan.
You don't want to mix business with pleasure, so you ain't watching UC at home, right? You're off the clock, Greg.
Although I did watch UC basketball a couple nights ago.
Don't tell.
Well, we lost. So yeah.
See, don't quit watching.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Caleb Elam's last one for the linebackers, then we'll move on to edge.
Yeah.
9.92 relative athletic score. I love the tape. I had him as a 4th-round guy. After I watched his tape, I was like, damn, this guy's good. I had no idea he was that good of an athlete. I just thought he had pretty good instincts. And he had like 4 or 5 sacks this year, so he was good on the blitz. He flew around, had great range. That range, it makes sense because he ran a 4.47, 40-inch vert, 10.4 broad jump, 1.59 split on the 10 yards for the 40-yard. He's a really good player. Like, he's a guy from TCU linebacker that 3rd round, okay, sign me up. Good player. So I wanted to mention him because he goes, under the radar a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think he's a guy that somebody's going to get a really good player, an ascending player, a guy that's getting better. And then we'll jump into edge. But I'm going to go check on my dog. You guys can maybe talk some thoughts of free agency before we get into the edge group. Thoughts of Trey Hendrickson, things like that. Do you see anything working out there? Some things that the Dotbot King, will feel more in tune to talk about right now.
That's
before
right.
I get back.
Yeah.
Well, Chad, let's think this through here. I mean, to Trey, what do you think happens?
I think that I stand alone, Greg. I think I'm on an island with my thought on Trey. I personally feel like everybody, like I'm against the grain, man. Everybody's like, that bridge is burnt. It's napalm. It can't be fixed and all this and that. And I'm like, I don't agree.
God, here's what I'll do. I'm not on the same side, but I'll come to the other side with you every now and then, sneak you some food to make sure you're fed and all that and stuff. But I'm sorry, buddy. You can't redo when the apple gets rotten, there's no bringing it back.
No, you're wrong, Greg. You're wrong, Greg. In 2019, I got fired from my job. They fucking fired me for some bullshit.
But you're not rotten, Chop.
I'm saying It never happened. I had to go through arbitration to get my job back after 2 years of fighting with them, right? Ruined my family's life. Like, really put me in a lot of stress. Worst place in my life, right? Guess where I work right now?
No,
I'm back. I went back. You know why I went back?
Your situation's a lot different and all that, man. I think
Why is my situation different? It's a job.
Because, well, you're good at what you do, and so is Trey. But did you have an attitude at your job, though?
No.
There you go.
And so neither does he.
Well, yeah, I don't know, Chop. When you get hurt, Chop, and you hold it off while you're in a playoff run, if I know I want to help my team as best as I can, I'm going to immediately do everything I can to get back on on the field, not hold it off and go to the doctor. Chop, we're just having a good conversation here, Chop.
I'm going to look like fucking the smartest man alive when they sign Trey for like 2 or 3 years.
And Chop, it's okay if we have a disagreement on this.
I mean, personally, I feel like you can have hard feelings. I'm not saying there's not hard feelings. You can have hard feelings. There are probably hard feelings on both sides. Trey agrees to a contract extension. Next year, he holds out.
Okay.
I'm saying, hold on, let me say, you can have hard feelings. You know what solved fucking hard feelings? Cash fucking money. And when I went back to work, it was hard, man. I still work for my manager that fired me. She's still my manager. But
yeah,
it can be fixed. I'm just saying, like, everybody's like, it's napalm. Bro, my job was napalmed. I'm back.
Yeah, but Chop,
it can happen. Trey owns a home here in Cincinnati. His family's been in Cincinnati. You know what I mean? He's looking for money. Does he want to look for money to move and everything else, or just stay in his house and finish his career? I'm just saying, I feel like there's a way. Where everybody else says, no way. I'm like, I don't know.
What a Chop. I'm sorry, man. You're going to really disagree with this. I kind of put this in the same boat as Carson Palmer in a way.
Carson Palmer?
I really do. There's no way. I just don't think there's any way of coming back. Now, if years go on after, say, if Trey left, years go on, yes, I would vote for Trey in the Ring of Honor. I'll still remember all the good stuff he's done for us. But I'm sorry, man. That really, really burnt me, man, when he held off getting his foot checked until the end when it was too late. I'm sorry. That really, 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 really hurt me as a fan.
So
let's get into the other edge players from the combine, standouts. Hey,
let's get into Trey's replacement.
No, me and John are cool. We're cool.
I know. There's nothing, and that's what I was going to say. There's nothing wrong with having a conversation where two people feel differently. The world needs more of it.
Yes.
And you still love each other at the end of the day.
When the show's over, I'm coming to Greg's house and beat his ass.
Yeah, they're actually fighting in the street.
Yeah, I know where you live, bitch.
I know where you live too, bitch. I dropped you off one time.
Yeah, well, my wife's here. So
one time you didn't remember.
Yeah, you're scared of my wife, so come over here and try something.
Yeah.
Ryan talks about Denai Dennis Sutton, one of several edge players that we're going to talk about here that performed really well at the combine. A guy that me and Dustin talked about a couple times on here. It's guys we really like their tape. They're going to be a good player. We've taken them in our drafts sometimes, Job. You know, in the third round. I don't know if he gets there. Going into the season, he was a potential first-round pick. 8.5 sacks 2024, 8.5 sacks in 2025. I love that he played in the bowl game. In the snow, a lot of Penn State players opted out. Oh, their season didn't matter. He said, no, like, I'm playing.
Right.
Was at the Senior Bowl, competed there, competed at the Combine. Compete. That immediately makes me like, that's a guy I want on my team. That's a guy who loves football. That's what it makes me think.
Yes, I agree. Like, get people here that love football. They got high motors.
So he ended up, let me see if I got his numbers here. 4.6 40, 1.63 split, almost a 40-inch vert, 10-11 broad jump, almost 11 feet. It's crazy. 9.93 relative athletic score.
Whoa.
He made himself some money yesterday. He's probably going in the second round, but I agree. You haven't taken an edge. He's there in the third. We've mocked it before the combine. Now you sprint that to the podium as fast as you possibly can if you haven't taken
no kidding.
That's a good player. Top guys, Ruben Bain didn't do anything. Me and Dustin talked about the arm length. It's under 31 inches.
I know.
He walks around like this, apparently. Good player. Thoughts on that?
I heard that Ruben Bain has the shortest arms at the position ever measured since they started measuring. Is that true?
I
The
think
shortest
for
arms.
a first, well, Cassius Howell was shorter than his
Oh, was it?
in the same class.
He said, "Hold my beer."
I think it's for a projected first round pick, and how could it maybe be I still think he's a second round guy. He's been a second round guy for me. But Bain is going in the first round. It's going to be the shortest arms, at least since 1999 when the combine and all this really became a bigger thing. That'll be the shortest for a first round.
Do you think Ruben Bain is there at 10?
Wouldn't surprise me.
You can't rule it out.
Right.
I don't. 9.5 sacks, 30% win rate on true pass sets. Like, he's equally as good against the run as he is the pass. It's a guy that I would be happy to take, regardless of that arm length. And I think he does go within the top 10 in this specific class. But if he's there at 10, the Bengals should take him.
Sure.
And it's
I don't
possible.
think the Bengals would, though. I don't think the Bengals would, though.
Just
because of how they are with. I want them to, Dale. I want them so badly, but you know how the Bengals are with measurements. That's the thing. If this was Marvin Lewis in the game tape, we'd be getting Ruben Bain. But he's kind of it's how they look with the arm length and all that, and that's what's going to drive me nuts.
Do they though? Because I don't think Trey had the longest arms in the world. They brought him in as a free agent, not the draft, but it's still.
I'm just scared the Bengals are going to be scared away from that. I don't give two shits. I don't care if you have no arms, no legs. If you get to the damn quarterback, I'm taking you.
I kind of care.
You're probably not getting to the quarterback.
If you got no arms and no legs, I'm out.
If he finds a fucking way, I'll do it. I'll take it.
I'm out. Not even non-drafted free agent. You got arms, no legs, man. I apologize.
If he finds a fucking way, if he gets to the goddamn quarterback, I'm fucking taking him.
I mean, if he gets a quarterback, you're going to have Shamar Stewart throw him at him.
Yeah, no arms, he's gonna pull it. He's gonna use his. If he has,
he's got no elbow, no arms.
Just throw himself at him, man.
But no, Bain does kind of fit. Like, I don't know the arm length, for guys they take. To be honest, Greg, I think that's fair. For me, I'd never researched that part of it. I know the size had to be between around 6'3", 6'2", 6'3", to 6'6" or whatever. Right. And around 250 is what they like, and up, to 280 or whatever.
Well,
Bain is 6'2", 6'3", 263. Yeah. So he does fit that part of what they like. So I do think he would be in play for that. But the arm length it's something to how do all teams feel, not just the Bengals. That's why he could maybe be there.
Well, this is what I say about that. Like that,
the Bengals passed on him because of his arm length, and that's what drives me nuts at times. But like you said, if Trey didn't have long arms, then okay.
Yeah, and Chris says they don't have problems with arm lengths. Trey, Jamar, Geno Atkins, DJ Turner. So
we're good then.
Nipsis, he's a beautiful man.
Well, Geno Atkins was in the 4th round. Now we're talking about taking a guy with those.
Shut up, Chop.
I'm just saying, like, they don't have problems with the guy with those size arms in the 4th round so far, which turned out to be good.
No, he's backing you, Greg. He's saying this is a top 10 pick. This is why they might not, because those guys like DJ Turner, 2nd round. Jamar ran a 4.3. Jamar was a freak. Jamar
also,
is
Joe
freak.
Burrow said, "Get Jamar."
Right.
The only analytic on Jamar was Joe Burrow.
Yeah. So Jamar is like the asterisk of that already. But David Bailey. So beyond Bain is Bailey, and Bailey did 4.5, 1.62 split, 35-inch vert, 10.9. He's explosive. 9.67 relative athletic score. I don't think he's there at 10, but hell, I would love him. 14.5 sacks, almost 70 pressures.
He's not the deal.
Look, he's a great pass rusher. I would love to have a pass rusher like that.
This is my guy. Like, this is the guy that I'm hoping. As of right now, it might change. Like, I'm feeling this tractor beam from Sonny Styles, but David Bailey is the one I'm hoping he falls.
Oh, he's not going to fall. Chop. I would sprint to the podium. If I was dead ass naked in the shower, I'd sprint to the podium and dead ass naked and go take him.
Be a long ass.
He did when Donato's came. When Donato's came.
That's true.
That time we had our fantasy draft, and Greg was butt naked, and like this person from Donato's like, free pizza, man. Like,
well, here's what happened. No, here's what happened. I was naked, getting ready to go to the shower, and drinking and chugging some milk and all that. And then all of a sudden the lady's there. And I'm like, God damn it, I don't have time to take a shower or something. So I come out in raggedy old clothes. And I'm like, sorry, I was in the middle of doing something. And that just made it even worse, probably. And
All right. So Bailey, obviously, they're at 10. Strongly consider. Man,
Bailey,
just, well,
Bailey or
that's what
Bain.
expected.
They're both there, Dale. Bailey or Bain.
I have Bain higher. He's
Yeah.
a better run defender, but I like the way Bailey improved as a run defender at Texas Tech this year. And I think for what the Bengals need, pass rush wise, Bailey would probably be a better pick specifically for the Bengals. But I still go Bain just because he's higher on my board.
Yeah.
It's 2 spots. One's 3, one's 5. They're both top 5 players.
Yeah, I can't explain mine because I don't watch it like that. I'm high on Bailey right now.
No, it's fair. Like there ain't nothing wrong with
You
that.
know, and I'm not gonna lie, man. Some of that is got to do with those arms. I was gonna say before, like those measurements are measurements because of reason. You do get outliers. I.e., Geno Atkins. You know what I'm saying? But the reason that they have those numbers is because the vast majority of the players, it will affect them that way, right? Like,
Yeah,
I'm
and it
not
would have
saying-
been nice to see what kind of athlete he is because
Yeah.
I don't really know. Like, honestly, like he's good. Like, he knows how to use his hands well. He's
Mhm.
got pretty good power. Like, I just don't know what kind of athlete Bain is. So it's like
Right.
his pro day will still be interesting to me, you know.
Right.
Hopefully but he's just been, as a true freshman, he was really good at Miami. You know, he was a highly rated recruit. Those short arms was just fine at Miami his first year. Then he had some injuries, but even when he played his sophomore year, really good. This year, fantastic. You know, they don't get to the national championship without him and Akeem Messidor, who also didn't test 25, some injury things. But second round, you could talk me into Messidor in the second round because the guy flat out knows how to rush the passer. TJ Parker, Clemson,
Mhm.
6'3", 260, whatever he is. You know, I don't have the exact measurements in front of me. But 9.33 relative athletic score. Didn't have the production that he had the year before when he had 6 or 7 forced fumbles in one season in 2024. He didn't have any. Sack production split in half. He went from like 11 to 5.5, whatever. But that score, he impressed at the Senior Bowl. It's a guy that you see him in some mocks at 41. Sure. The Bengals are going to like TJ Parker. I don't think they should like him at 10, but a trade back scenario, TJ Parker would fit what they like. I know how people feel about Clemson players in general, but Miles Murphy is looking pretty good. Just took a few years. I think TJ
Right.
Parker is
TJ
ready
Reader was Clemson also, so
a guy I loved. I moved up. He's in my top 50 now. Like, I love the tape, but I was like, I had him in the 80s. It's like, I love this guy. I've got him higher than the consensus. But then he went and had a 9.9 relevant athletic score. Malachi Lawrence out of UCF.
all right.
4.52, 40-inch vert, 159 on the 10-yard split, 10-10 broad jump. The tape is awesome. The only thing is he was projected to have 35-inch arms, which are pterodactyl. That was like measured over the summer. He didn't have that. It was like 33. It was almost 34. So we're not talking a guy with 30 or 31,
Sure.
like Bain and these guys. He still has long arms, but he's explosive. He knows how to use everything that he does. 7.5 sacks, so not a 10-sack guy. And playing at UCF, you would expect that to be more. But Malachi Lawrence, damn good football player. If he went toward the end of the first round, I wouldn't be surprised.
Right.
I think he's that good, and I think 36% win rate on true pass sets. He's not the greatest run defender, but this is a guy who's just a really damn good player. And these testing numbers, I was like, it more than confirms the tape. It's like, that's even better than I thought. I'm moving him up.
And how old is he?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a 24 or 25-year-old. He's probably
Nice.
22, 23. You know, he's probably a normal type age for a guy coming out, but I don't have that off the top of my head. But yeah, a guy that I really like. So I was glad to see him test well. Romello Height, Texas Tech, opposite of David Bailey, 9.03. We talked about Sutton. Yeah. Let's see. Anybody up? No, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I need to watch Mason Rager. I haven't really watched him. I'm gonna be honest. Wisconsin Senior Bowl guy, 9.53 relative athletic score, 4.7. Like, I think he's got good size. I think he's a white boy, man. A white boy doing some athletic stuff out there. So, a guy I need to watch more of, but I'll mention him just because the relative athletic score are pretty good.
Very nice, man. It's an exciting time, Dale. Greg.
Yeah, 100%, Chris. Measurements, analytics, just tools, not the whole process.
Exactly.
Just take the football players. D'Angelo Pons. Chop, we talked about him a lot.
Yeah.
So he came in, though, like 5'8", almost 5'9".
Right.
And he was, I think I got that right here in front of me, 182 pounds. Remember, I said, is he 170? Yep. 182 at 5'9"? He's 5'8" and 5'8". I round up.
Right.
He's 5'9".
Yeah.
It's actually a little more weight than Mike Hilton, because I know you always talked about what was Mike Hilton. Mike Hilton was 5'9", 178 coming out.
So this guy's got 20 pounds on him.
So this guy's 5'9", no, 4 pounds. But
4. I thought I thought you said he came in and weighed
182.
Okay, 182.
But that's good for a guy who is 5'8", 5'9". Now the arm length, 29 and 3/8, but there's a lot of corners that are 30, 31, so it's not going to kill him. He's just a dog. And then he went out and his vertical jump was 43 and a half inches.
Wow. And that's even special. That's more for him, man, because he's jumped even higher to get that vertical jump because he's starting off at a handicap.
Well, no, not really. But yeah, it's got a good vert either way. And he's light. He's lighter than Styles, but he had the same vert.
Yeah.
Either way, I think that's the top two so far.
Mm-hmm.
Styles and him, both 43 and a half.
Wow.
And the tape was phenomenal. Indiana won a national championship.
They did.
He was a big part of that.
Yeah.
Great player.
Yeah, he's exciting.
Awesome in stripes.
I would love to have Pons. You think at 40, if you don't take Pons at 41, you think he makes it to the third round?
I don't.
I don't either.
Personally, I've had him as a top 50 player. So I'm like, you take him at 41 or you don't get him.
Right.
In the mock draft simulators and stuff, he's there in the third a lot. He's not going to be there in the third, in my opinion. I can't see it.
Yeah, in my mind, I swear to God, for some reason, I think D'Angelo Pons, and sometimes I instantly think he's a wide receiver. And it's like, because I got that vision in my head of when he made that interception right off the get.
Yeah, was that the versus Oregon?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I would be super excited to get D'Angelo Pons in the second round. But if you took D'Angelo Pons in the second round, I don't know. In the first round, I don't know, man. You would go trenches, I guess, but I do feel like the first round for the Bengals is going to be a cornerback. What do you think?
I mean, it could work out that way.
I think it is. It's a Bengal
thing. With corners and all that and stuff, man, I just, like I said, let's see what happens if we get Turner signed. Sounds like something's positive, but like you said also, Chop, you and I had this conversation. Is there really a guarantee we can get both corners signed?
That's right.
That's the thing. Now, I want to go back on something, Chop. You and I had a little discussion with one time. I'm in a win now mode, and I know we didn't discuss it, or did we discuss the Tennessee corner that you liked a lot?
Yeah, we talked a little bit about him at the beginning because I don't know. Did we talk about it on here?
It might have been off air. It might have been off air.
Right, okay, yeah. Here's the thing with that, Chop. I want to go back on that. And you take a conversation you and I had.
You're talking Jermon McCoy because there's also Colton Hood.
Yeah, but, because you said, hey, if he comes back, you wait a year, he could be great. I'm in a win now mode, man. I need someone that can – I just don't see how a corner could be in a win now mode type of thing right now since we have both corners right now. I want to get me a guy that can come in immediately and be an instant impact as a rookie. Now, if it's in the second or third round, I would consider it. But in the first round, I'm against going corner. I'm just going to state that.
Well, let me say this is that I'm not for taking him either with the injury. I'm just saying, I can see the vision. And
yes,
I'm trying to look at this draft through what I want and also through the Bengals lens. And the Bengals haven't really showed that they're in, we want that player that's going to push us over the edge now.
Well, Duke Tobin said he's all in every year.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's all in every year,
yeah.
Jack.
They're all in every year, man. Just ask TJ Slayton. But so I can see the vision. Like, I do think they're going to take a corner, and I think that the corner that'll make the most well, I don't know, man, because I think a slot corner would probably make the biggest difference on our defense, to be honest. But if they're going to take a corner in the first round, it's probably going to be Mansour Delane. Which
we don't talk about Avion Terrell. I didn't want to cut you off, but almost 5'11", 186, so a little bigger. He Clemson corner. His brother was a first-round pick in the NFL. He is the guy who was number one in my corner summer scouting because I knew McCoy was injured, going to miss time, and Delane blew up. So to be fair, that's why he rose. But Terrell was there for a reason from the tape from last year. The tape this year is good. He has like 8 forced fumbles the last 2 years. He's great in coverage, and he can play in the slot. He played a lot in the slot and a lot outside, so he's got the versatility. Me and Joe Goodberry was talking on X earlier, like, you know, if the Bengals drafted him to play in the slot, they'd have the best cornerback room. Joe said this. They'd have the best cornerback room in the league. But I guess that's not a conversation that everyone's ready for yet.
Sure.
And so I brought his tape up again and retweeted from when I clipped him up and was like, it's not crazy at 10 for a guy like Avion Terrell. I know we're talking if they go corner, you know, and maybe like so Delane's measurables because he's not going to work out 5'11 3/4, 187. So like weight wise, he ain't much different than Terrell.
Right.
Now, we don't have any of their testing numbers to see who's faster, this, that, and the other. But if Terrell tests better, his tape is really good.
I mean, if I'm going for my reason that I think the Bengals are going to take a corner is because they're not going to pay Turner and Hill, it wouldn't be the slot they're going after, I don't guess. Right? Because
right. Yeah, if that's the way they're looking at it. But with the top 10 pick and the way Joe Burrow is putting pressure, I do think they're looking for instant impact. And I do think that maybe that's where Terrell does come in. I think you feel better about putting him in the slot because he's played it more than Delane and more than McCoy, who've been outside corners.
And to be clear, I do not want a corner at pick 10.
No.
I don't. Know. I'm just thinking that the Bengals, this is the fucking Bengals. This is what they do.
Yeah, but no, okay. Okay, Chop. Well, I'm glad we kind of cleared that a little bit because I had to go back memory lane there. But still, man, I don't see them doing that. They're in a win now mode. I mean, why would you? It just doesn't. I'm not trying to come at the guy or anything.
They say that every year, Greg, and then they don't.
Well, it's also talking like, well, we're talking, it's the scenario I ran through like a mock draft earlier today. Bain, Bailey, Styles, Downs, all gone.
Yeah.
And that's where it's like, well, Peter Woods, we still haven't seen him test. He's not been the most productive guy. You wish he was more dominant. He's got the skills to do it. Still like him. But it would come down to like, okay, do you take Peter Woods? Do you take Keldrick Faulk, Greg? Or do you take one of these corners who may be the highest rated player on their board?
I trade down.
I mean, in an ideal world, 100%. I agree with that. If you attack free agency, like I said, get John Franklin Myers from Denver.
Yeah.
There's
right.
You know, and get a couple other, get a safety, get a free agent safety. No, but then I'm saying you could even consider a Kenyon Sadiq or a Mekhi Lemon. You could go full James Rapine at 10.
Dale. If we went full free agency, to be honest with you, give me the Oregon tight end.
Sadiq.
Yeah, Sadiq.
Give me him. If we dominate free agency, every single position.
Well, we are, Greg. You said it yourself. We're all in. Duke said we're all in this year.
Give me that Oregon, because tight end is a sneaky position we do need in free agency. I mean, the only two things on offense we need to fix is get Dalton Risner resigned and get what we need, a tight end.
Or a slot wide receiver, because Yoshi. That make Greg mad.
Yeah. I think that we could probably also use a running back.
But imagine Mekhi Lemon with Chase and with Higgins.
I know.
With him in the slot. Like, that would be filthy, too.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Sadiq could basically play in the slot, and Sadiq is a really good run blocker. Really good. The Oregon tight end.
Like Gesicki, though?
A little bit, but I don't think he is. I mean, they do split him out, but
yeah,
they still do a lot of the 12 personnel and still use them coming out of a tight end position. Robert asks, other top tackles, which do you guys like better? For me, it's Monroe Freeling from Georgia. I would consider him at 10 if like those top guys we mentioned were off the board. Because has played left tackle and right, where Fano and Malinoa has strictly played right. Fanoa's played right for 2 straight years after playing left as a freshman. And hasn't faced a ton of top pass rushers. Malinoa, I feel good about. Like, if we don't re-sign Dalton Reisner, Malinoa, I'd plug and play him at right guard.
If we do, how in are you at him at 10? If we did, because I heard I thought somebody said, was in our chat or something, said that, or on X or something, the talks are going good, or there's talks going on. Oh, I knew it was Paul Daner, right?
Yeah, Paul Daner stated we don't have to really worry. Everything's in good
he said don't worry about it. So to me, and that's a guy that's got some inside information. So, do you think that that we don't have to worry about it, and that if we do, are you in on that guy at 10?
I mean, if Reisner's not here, I don't think I'd take him if we have Reisner because we have so many other needs. Like Greg said, I do want an instant impact guy too, Greg.
No, and I get it, but you know what, Dale? You know, I go back to that one year. Remember Laquan Treadwell, Corey Coleman, and Dodson, even though they all sucked pretty much. I got pissed off we took William Jackson, but at the time, that was the right move to make, even though we really didn't need a corner at that time. No. It depends on how your board falls, too.
But you're also picking in the 20s, and I feel like when you're picking at 10, I don't know, man. And William Jackson also said a year. You know what I mean? Like, if you're picking at 10, I want an instant impact, like you said earlier. Dustin, welcome to the show. Chop, you got to work. Greg, I know you were only going to give a half an hour, so.
Dustin, this is Greg Luther. You ever met him?
Hey, what's up, Greg?
How you doing, buddy? We doing
good? How are you, man?
Just taking it day by day, brother.
I love it. You getting stoked for baseball season?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. We got Suarez back, man. I got my Suarez picture I never took down up there and all that, man. So it's all good to go. But it's number 7. You gotta write a 28 on there.
Yeah, I have a 7 jersey as well.
You do? What are you gonna do? Hey,
I can still wear it. I don't give a shit.
Wear it, yeah. Yeah, wear it. But yeah, no. I mean, like I say, I'm gonna be positive. Hopefully free agency, the Bengals get a fire lit under him. We'll see, buddy. But yeah, no, I'm still the no Kendrick Falk train right now. But yeah, hey, it was good seeing you guys. Good to be back on here. You'll be seeing a lot more of me soon. Trust me.
All right, Gregor. Yeah. Love you, buddy.
Have a good weekend, bud.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Hey.
What about you, Chop? You got work?
Nah, man, I'm here for it.
All right, I'll check on my dog again.
I need you to fill me with some knowledge.
2 words. Chris Johnson, cornerback, San Diego State, just ran a 4.43. His measurables are crazy good. He could be a steal later in the draft.
Like where?
Probably 3rd round.
3rd round.
He might move up. He might go into the 2nd.
Before I go, I think he's. I have him as a 2nd round guy. Top 50 players. So to me, if he moves up, it's 1st round. Just want to toss that in.
Ooh.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. But yeah, his testing numbers, his length and stuff, it kind of met what I thought it would be. But like seeing his 40 time definitely didn't hurt him today. I'm a big fan.
So when we were talking, like, as far as the combine goes, Dustin, have you seen any players that really that you were thinking a certain way, and did the combine affect anybody at all?
I mean, some of the freakish numbers are pretty crazy. I'd say Malachi Lawrence from UCF. I mean, I knew he was an athlete, but just looking at his testing numbers, I think that's a player from yesterday that's going to improve his stock quite a bit. I think the Sonny Styles thing is pretty interesting because it's what kind of backer do you want? So do you want a backer, if you're the Jets number 2, take for example, right? Arvell Reese has been kind of mocked to him, to them more. Arvell Reese I would say that he's a little bit more scheme dependent, right? You're either going to stick him at edge or you're going to scheme up some stuff for him. Still a great player. That's not a knock. Whereas Sonny Styles, you can drop him in anywhere in any scheme and he's going to excel just because he's all around ball player like that. So with that being said, does that change who the Jets might want to take at 2? I mean, I think everybody knew he was kind of a freak, but I do think just seeing him put up those types of numbers probably had some GMs yesterday a little wide-eyed, like, oh, maybe we should rethink like where we take a linebacker.
Well, and he didn't come in at 235. He came in at almost 245.
Yeah.
And did that. You know what I mean?
Yep. And you could put him out on the edge too. I think a couple seasons ago, maybe he had like 6 sacks or something. So he can do a little bit of everything. I just think he's a more versatile player. I almost kind of think he might get picked before Arvell Reese now, to be honest. So
I keep thinking that I see stuff where Arvell Reese, they're going to use him as an edge in at the Jets if they draft him.
I think so, but at 241 is like, it's not a big edge, especially when you're 6'4".
Let me say this though: if you're the New York Jets, and I get it with Arvell Reese, but if you're going to use him as an edge, why would you not take a guy that's a proven edge that's proved it throughout his college career, like with Reuben Bain or David Bailey? Why wouldn't you take them over Arvell Reese if you're going to play him at edge?
I mean, I agree, and that's where I think, if you're going to take him, then you got to have a plan for him and how you want to use him. Because if you are just going to line him up as at edge, I think he can set edge well at his weight, but like you're probably going to have to put a little bit of weight on. Like you're going against offensive tackles consistently, play to play.
Yeah.
So I don't know like what the Jets would have in a vision for him. I also think there's a world in which he could be sitting at 10 too, because some of these other players are pushing him back a little bit, so who knows? I mean, if he's sitting at 10 for the Bengals, I'm not opposed to that either, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just confusing for me. I'm not an Ohio State. Like all season, it's Arvell Reese, Arvell Reese, Arvell Reese. And then at the end of the season, it was Sonny Styles, right? Isn't that the way it went? Like the season?
Well, yeah, I mean, Reese, they kind of I don't love how they used him towards the end of the year. I honestly don't know what they were doing with him. It was like a lot of times he was just lining up and dropping into coverage.
He was a quarterback spy for multiple games.
Yeah. It's just like,
which is
no.
what Golden loves.
Yeah, just let him get after the quarterback. I think where he started to fall off, I think it was against Wisconsin. He only had like a tackle. Or he had a sack late in the game. I was like, damn, I haven't heard Reese's name like all game. And it kind of felt like from there, it started like his play started to drop off. And that, I don't know. It's like one of the things like, whereas like Sonny, like I think Dale was mentioning before, you throw on the Indiana tape, he was on like every damn tackle. So
insane.
Yeah. So he's more of the plug and play. I feel like Arvell Reese is more of like your fun little weapon and tool that you can play with and do something.
You're hot. What he can be. Everyone's hoping he can be Micah Parsons.
Which one would you guys rather have?
Styles. Well, I think the Bengals specifically, I know what I'm getting. I'm getting a guy who can cover. I'm getting a guy who I can bring on the blitz. I'm getting a guy with great size, great athleticism. I'm getting a team leader, a guy who wore the block O.
Yeah.
Like, I there's just not a whole lot of negatives. Like, most of his negatives, he improved on. He missed one or two tackles all season.
Yeah.
I feel like there's this tractor beam that's just like pulling me towards Sonny Styles, and I'm resisting it. You know what I mean?
Well, because he won't be there at 10 now.
Okay. Well, neither will my guy David Bailey. Ain't going to be there at 10 either.
I don't think most of these guys are, and that's why I think we should do a top 10 mock draft chop right now.
Yeah, let's do it.
And
like,
let's take who we
top.
would take. Yeah, do first round, but we'll only go to get to 10.
Torrado Pride Jr. for Missouri just ran a 4.32 in the 40 DB. Yeah, it's nice.
I want to get to Robert's question. He's asking if there's any interior offensive lineman would be a decent add. Maybe day 3, I assume, like late rounds. I look at it that way because you go 6th, 7th round, you're probably not getting a guy on the offensive line typically unless somebody fell. I like Enes Cooper, right guard, Miami. Played a ton of football. Good player. Liked his tape. And the other one would be Fernando Carmona, originally at San Jose State, then Arkansas the last 2 years. Originally played tackle, moved to guard this year. Had a good Senior Bowl week too. I like Fernando Carmona. I think that's a guy, you get him in the 4th or 5th round, to me, that's a still, and that's a guy who's, even if you re-sign Dalton Reisner, Fernando Carmona could be your right guard of the future.
Yeah, I like Kalen Rutledge from Georgia Tech.
Yeah, see, I think that guy goes on day 2.
Yeah, I think he's going to go day 2. No,
but you get to the 4th round and he's there. Yes, give me Keelan Rutledge because he is nasty. Like that's why I like him so much. You know,
I do think in the middle of rounds though, you name some guys I like too. I think because there's going to be a push on these like edges because after the 2nd round, like you want to get the high quality guys. I think a lot of the offensive linemen are going to be pushed back into the middle round. So I think you could still get a lot of value. I don't mind like the Bengals swinging on a guard like 4th round every year. You know what I mean?
No, it's what you should do. You need depth. You want to protect Joe Burrow. And swing tackles, like you take those swings, like for sure.
Yeah.
Boom.
All right, man. Let's get into it then.
Let's do it, man. Las Vegas Raiders are on the clock.
And this one's quick. We're not going to spend time. It's right. Mendoza. We'd be shocked if it's anyone but Mendoza.
Yep.
Ty Simpson.
Yeah. Well, this is one that we did discuss a little bit, is that I feel like it's probably Arvell Reese, but I do think that like all 3 of these top here should be.
Makes sense. They all make sense.
Yeah. If it's me and I'm the GM for the Jets, I'm taking David Bailey. You already know that, but what do you got? Who do you guys think the Jets are going to actually take?
I just think Vel Reese. I think he said he goes by Vel now, which I'm never going to call him that. It's Arvell Reese.
Right.
Vel. Machiavelli Reese.
Yeah.
I just think it'll be Reese. I think they're hoping Micah Parsons, and they did trade away Jermaine Johnson, an edge player, and they're going to try to play him on the edge. But either way, they could go Bailey Bain, as well. I think it all makes sense. All they got Devondre Sweat to man the middle against
take
the run,
Reese.
But yeah, that's what I think.
I think Reese.
Arizona.
I think they might go Jeremiah Love, to be honest.
I think
it's possible.
Yeah.
But I still lean to like the highest probability of what they take for me right now is Francis Malinois, right tackle. I don't know what they're going to do at quarterback, but this isn't the year they're going to get the quarterback. So they just take a really good player. You're going to be our right tackle. We got Paris Johnson at left tackle, and we feel like we have our tackles for whoever is our quarterback we take the following year after we're 500.
You know what, though, Dale? You're right, because I don't know if you see that little screen, but team fits right here, Arizona.
Yeah.
So take the tackle.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to do this the way, as of right now, I think this could play out.
Sure. Tennessee, they're probably going to take Bailey or Bain, right?
Or Styles. This is a
Styles.
sneaky Sonny Styles spot.
Let's see where he's at on here.
They've got the edge rushers.
12. On here, he's also at 12.
They need a linebacker.
And he probably, Rabah Salah probably views Sonny as his next Fred Warner,
I could see it. I do think this is the Styles spot.
The
other pick for me would be Bain, but what do you think, Dustin?
I think Styles. I think that's safe.
All right.
I don't think any of the guys that we want are going to be.
I know. I think that's like the point of the drill is like,
this
is what could happen. Like everybody's saying all these names, like I'm David Bailey and all this stuff. And I mean, who knows what's going to happen?
We should have fucking tanked.
Right?
Now I'm Team Tank. I'm Team Tank now from here on out.
Yeah, well, not this year. Not yet.
Not yet.
The Giants, I feel like they're going to take Carnell Tate.
Yeah, and this is where it gets tricky where one guy might fall. Because if we go back to the last pick and we don't take Styles, I think the Giants take Styles.
Yeah, they need.
You know what I mean? I think Bain, Bain could go restart it. Chop. Let's take Bain at the.
I think Downs. I think Downs might go to the Giants because of Harbaugh.
Okay. All right, let's do that then. We'll
Yeah.
do that so we don't have to restart it.
You know what? I was just going to say the same thing, Dustin, that I feel like John Harbaugh loves that Swiss Army knife safety.
Yeah, and when you actually when you put an analysis around the Giants, like their trench play is actually pretty decent on the offense and defensive line. Yeah, it would be great to have a receiver to pair up with Malik Neighbors, but I don't know. Many people knew Wan'Dale Robinson went for 1,000 yards last year.
Did he? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that also had something to do with Neighbors being hurt, probably.
Yeah, no doubt.
But still, you still got to produce, you know.
Yeah,
and
you're right.
He had more attention on him with Neighbors out, so it's like with him in there, you would expect him to still be a decent player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cleveland, I don't know here because I think they would like Styles.
Yeah.
Joker's probably gone. His career's over. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
That's sad. I liked him.
They could lose the one guy in free agency from Michigan, Devin Bush.
Mm-hmm.
So they're looking at needing. I mean, they have Schlesinger, but they could, if they could get Schlesinger and Styles, holy shit!
They're also losing almost like their entire offensive line as well.
What's your
in this scenario? I think offensive line.
Well, what's your thoughts on the possibility of Cleveland taking Jeremiah Love in this scenario?
Not happening with Judkins.
You don't think so because of Judkins? Okay.
Judkins, and they got Dylan, the Tennessee, Sampson. Okay.
I tell you, I'm kind of eyeballing Malachi Lemon for them because they do you got Judy. I think what's his name showed some promise, Golden, for them last year, and then they had somebody in the slot.
Not Golden, but you're talking the Texas guy they picked up. Yeah, I know who. Blanking on the name. Went undrafted because of some off-field stuff, but
and a lot of people are comping Lemon to Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean, if that's your comp, you can kind of plug and play him in the slot with those. Yeah. So, I'm kind of feeling like they.
But they have Fannin, and Fannon's basically a big slot.
Totally.
So to me, I would still go Tate where we didn't take Tate for me. But I don't think Lemon's crazy. But I just think Tate, Ohio State, outside receiver, contested catch winner.
Well, they need a receiver too. So Tate.
Yeah, let's go Tate. I think that's a safe pick for them.
Washington Commanders. This is one, Dale, that you and I think disagree on. I think you're saying they're going to need they need an edge rusher, right?
100%.
And I say, and it's a homer. It's my homer thing is I want someone to catch the ball from Jaden Daniels. So I kind of think that they're going to go with a receiver.
I think they could go Carnell Tate. Had we taken Lemon and maybe they go Lemon here, maybe Tyson, but Tyson's injury stuff would scare me. And I think they're looking at Bain and Bailey, 2 top 5 guys on my board, and they need an edge too. Mm-hmm. The value is better there. Now, if Tate was here, I think maybe you do just, Carnell Tate for Jaden Daniels.
Right.
Do you think this is a sneaky place for Delaney to go? Because Washington's probably going to be parting ways with both their corners. Marshawn Latimer, because could this be a sneaky him fitting in there?
I still think if a corner goes in the first, Dustin, it's going to be McCoy.
Yeah,
but he's got to test really well at his pro day because he's not testing today.
So if they go edge here, well, tell me this though. As long as we're talking about those receivers, you say if it was Carnell Tate was here, but what's the big difference between Jordan Tyson and Carnell Tate?
Injuries.
Okay.
Extensive injury history. We're talking 3 different injuries: shoulder, head, shoulder, knees, and toes, brother. This guy has had it all.
Oops, yeah. I get it now. Okay.
And I don't know. Carnell Tate feels a little more fuller in his frame as well. like he can sustain NFL abuse a little bit better than Tyson, who's already been banged up, like you're just saying.
Yeah.
Dale. Yeah.
All right. So
I think Bailey over Bain here because I think they want pass rush juice.
yeah.
They need help throughout the entire defense. Their defense was pretty bad last year. So yeah, one of those guys is definitely going to probably be the pick.
Well, I would go Bailey over Bain too. So we'll go Bailey, right?
Yeah.
All right. So now we got the New Orleans Saints. They're probably going to take Garrett Nussmeier so his dad can coach him. Surprise everybody.
I think they would have been in on Caleb Downs. I think they would have been in on Carnell Tate. They might be in on Tyson here. They might just take the swing for Tyler Shuck. They might be in on Mekhi Lemon here for Tyler Shuck.
I think that they're in on Jeremiah Love too. I do feel like that New Orleans is in on Jeremiah Love.
That is what I was thinking with what's off the board. Because Kamara is getting up there.
Mm-hmm. And they got that new quarterback, man. What helps a new quarterback? A good-ass running game.
Yeah. I think, and then, you still have, what's his name to mentor him? The back that they have at the Saints right now. Oh, God. I'm forgetting everybody's name today. But, yeah, I think the Saints are going to go Love.
You agree, Dale?
Yeah.
So let's take Jeremiah Love for the Saints. And then we got them goddamn Kansas City Chiefs. So here we go. Who are they going to take and screw us?
I don't know that they would screw us here.
I don't think
that's
so
the
either.
thing with what's off the board. Because this is a spot you take Downs, you take Love a lot here, and it's like
There's
they
our
could
guy
use
they're
the
taking.
lineman.
Kendrick Falk right there, man. Bengals are ecstatic. They got their Boner City up there in Draft Central.
Are they going
in the
to
war room?
Are they going to cut Jawan Taylor? Their right tackle?
I have a feeling they're going to invest a little bit more in their offense this year because it's like, well, we have the top defensive coordinator pretty much in the NFL. And we've kind of already spent a lot of draft capital there as well. So I got a feeling that they're going to more focus on offense in the top half of the draft. So
let me say this also. I agree because Patrick Mahomes is hurt right now. And so maybe they're going to pull him in some offensive line to help him stay upright.
Their offensive line fell off quite a bit too. They're having problems at both tackle positions. So yeah.
Downs is already gone in this scenario. Cedric Love is gone. I think that's two players they would take, but they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't see Bain here, which puts him to the Bengals in this scenario. That's why I'd like to do another one because I want to take Bain at 4.
I got a restart button.
But let's go Fano here because I think they could look to upgrade right tackle.
Yeah. Cincinnati's on the board now.
And this is where I just take Ruben Bain and I don't overthink it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
so this scenario, we take Bain, restart it. We'll do first round again.
What would be great about this Bain story is the Bengals pick him, and he succeeds in the NFL, and we get credit for drafting a corner with crocodile arms. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that would be sweet.
Still going Arvell Reese at 2.
Yeah.
And then Arizona.
Malinoa. But this time, Bain goes at 4 instead of Styles.
Bain goes to Tennessee.
Yeah. So at 5, I think the Giants, instead of going Downs, they go with Styles.
You want them to Styles?
Yeah, they've got Dexter Lawrence. They've got Brian Burns. They've got all this talent in the front.
You're right.
You put Sonny Styles in there to all 3 levels because they could use a corner, but they're not going to take one. So I think the Giants taking – I don't think Styles gets past the Giants now.
No.
Wow.
I don't think he does either.
I mean, and if he does, maybe he doesn't get past Cleveland.
Yeah, and then Cleveland, I would still go Tate here.
Yeah.
And that still puts Bailey at 7 to Washington. At 8, now New Orleans, this is where, once again, we took Love last time. I could see downs. Either way.
Want me to take downs?
And whichever one doesn't go is going next, in my opinion. You know what I'm, so it doesn't matter.
And then we'll give Kansas City Jeremiah Love, right?
Yeah.
There
this
you go.
is a scenario where you go, what the hell do you do if no one's calling to trade back? Because trade back, it screams trade back.
I mean, I already know what the Bengals are doing. And I can see two scenarios on here that the Bengals do. Bengals are either going to go A, Mansour Delane, or B, Keldrick Falk.
I think we would go corner.
Or McCoy. I wouldn't rule out McCoy either.
Yeah. We love our first round corners. And I'm not opposed to taking one of those guys, to be honest.
The only reason I put out McCoy is just because of the injury.
Yeah.
That's it.
But I think Avion Terrell should be in the conversation if you want a guy that can play the slot.
Yeah.
And being 186 was good, really good for me. Coming in at 186 and coming in at 5'10 and 3/4, so 5'11. 5'11, 186, he's played in the slot. I would consider Avion Terrell here. I'm not ruling out Delane and McCoy, but I would love the Bengals to get extensions with Dax and DJ. And, hey, there's my outside guys. Now I got the best corner room in the league.
Make your strength a strength. You know what I mean? Like, make
Peter Woods still in the conversation here.
Yeah.
I mean, would you trade down in that scenario?
You hope. Ideally, yes, 100%.
Yeah.
It's, hey, Tampa Bay, you want to come up, take Sadiq so you don't miss out on him. You're at 15. You get Sadiq at 10. We're at 15. I feel good at 15 if I take Mekhi Lemon, Terrell, Delane, McCoy. You know, there's like so many guys I feel better about at 15 with what's on the board than I do at 10. Peter Woods,
let me
there's
ask you,
5 right there if you move down 5 spots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peter Woods is probably the most intriguing prospect of the first round.
Yeah, he might go in the second. He might be like Johnny Newton. I know Johnny Newton had foot injuries, and that's why he went in the second instead of the first more than anything. But if Peter Woods falls to the second, I don't think we can be shocked at this point.
Yeah. I don't
think he should.
Yeah. I feel so much more comfortable if we are able to trade back and taking Woods, because at 10, it's like, oh, is that a little rich? Is that a little rich at this point?
This is what the Bengals should be thinking, and this is why they should be aggressive in free agency.
Yeah.
You tell me the Bengals went out and got Devin Lloyd. This is unrealistic, but let's just go with me for a minute. You got Devin Lloyd at linebacker. You got John Franklin Myers at defensive tackle. And at safety, you added Nick Cross. Who's the one? Man, there's a couple other guys. Cam Curl. You added a Cam Curl at safety. You really feel like if you added those 3 players, now it's probably not realistic. They're probably going to get a lot of money. I would feel good about taking anything here. Terrell here, one of the corners. I don't care. I could take literally anything here if they had a free agency like that.
Yeah. I agree. So let's say that they do. They beef up everything on free agency. We go into this draft
defense, free agency.
You do what?
I said defense, free agency.
Well, let's say they do that and they fill all of our needs through free agency. In this scenario, all of our needs are filled in free agency. In this scenario right here, these are your top guys on the board, and you're sticking at 10.
I go back to Mekhi Lemon in the slot. It would be. I think people would be so pissed because it's like, that's the last thing you need. But it's like, why? We improved our offensive line. Let's just say Reisner is back. You feel like you have your starting 5 on the line back. You've got Burrow, you've got Chase, you've got Higgins, you've got Chase Brown, you've got Samaje Perine, Taj Boyd, Gesicki, you know? So it's like, why not upgrade the one spot, in my opinion, that could upgrade at that point? on the offense, if you really hammered free agency defense, go get Mekhi Lemon. You can go get a Mekhi Lemon at that point.
Don't be scared to go BPA. If he's BPA in this scenario, and like to your point, like we're thinking they did some stuff on defense. Go get them.
Yes.
It makes your team better.
Let me ask you this. So we do go out. We improve our defense. We fix our defense. Apparently, they think they fixed the defense in free agency. They do what they.
We don't know if they fixed the defense. Let's just say that.
Right. But let's say Osai's back.
Yeah.
So you got Osai as well for edge, So they don't go Falk, because otherwise they're going to go Falk.
So my question is that let's just say that they go out in free agency and they go all in. They get some great players, and so they go into the draft with no needs. What do you think in the first round about the Sadiq out of Oregon? Do you think he's in play at all?
I do. It's Sadiq and Lemon, but I do think with Gesicki, who's here for this year and another under contract,
3 years.
And he has good chemistry with Burrow, and he's a pretty good player. But I would lean Lemon run blocking. Yes.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. So like the reason is because we got to see what we could do with a great all-around back with Eric All for the short time that he played. Yeah. And that was awesome. And he was a rookie and he was just getting into it. So I just feel like if you get a tight end like that, like we had with Eric All, not that he's still a Bengal, but with that injury history, it's crazy.
I want to dispel something too. People that saying wide receiver isn't a need, it is a need. It is a need. We don't have a slot player in our team, and it's glaring. It cost us the game last year. Do we remember the Yoshi drop against the Jets? It's Lemon dropping that pass. Probably that wins you a game. You know what I mean?
And he's got value as a returner.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of reasons that Mekhi Lemon would be a home run in this scenario.
Yeah.
And listen, this is a scenario where Downs, Styles, Bain, Bailey, all off the board.
Here we are.
It
could happen. I honestly think the Bengals take either a corner or Falk in this scenario, or Banks.
Yeah, we know what the Bengals might do, but to me, it's good Lord. As fans, we can see the vision of, but it's why it's so important for them to go out and really address needs in free agency. Maybe it's not the top guy. Maybe it's not Devin Lloyd. It's Leo Chanel at linebacker. Maybe it's not Brian Cook, the safety, who I didn't even mention, but it's Cam Curl or another safety. Nick Cross, who's only 24.
Yep.
And, it's not Trey Hendrickson back. It's Joseph Osai, which I honestly would rather pay Osai than Hendrickson because it's probably half the amount. My personal opinion. I love Trey. That's just where I'm at with the age and the trajectory of this team.
Yeah.
And I think Bengals fans are going to have to become comfortable with, we say that we attack free agency. A lot of that could be signing our own players too.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So,
a lot of
extensions. The corner extensions could be big.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they extend both of them. I think that if they extend one this year, it'd just be one.
Yeah, you probably want to – I don't mind not extending Turner just yet because, this was his – he had showed glimpses, but I'd like to see him run it back for another season. You know what I mean? And injury-free, too, for the most part.
Yeah.
No, Crip, don't come at me with that. That's not a Joe Goberry pick. That's a James Rapine pick.
Well, Colson Loveland doesn't look too bad last year.
Exactly. James Rapine was kind of on to something. We should respect the James Rapine take the best player opinion.
James Rapine would have all 7 rounds, wide receivers and cornerbacks.
You guys want to hear a crazy thing?
I do think I understand James more now.
Yeah.
He just says if that's the best player, take it,
Do you guys want to hear something crazy I just learned today? Do you know the Lions, the first so they took Calvin Johnson first?
Yeah.
In the first round. The following 2 rounds, they the next year they spent another first round pick on Roy Williams, and then another year they picked on Calvin Rogers. So they spent 3 consecutive first round picks on wide receivers. That's how important the NFL views receivers.
Yeah, no kidding.
It is, you know.
I mean, they're the stars. Like every once in a while, you get someone that's a star on your defense that's like a defensive end or a corner, you know. But like your biggest stars in the NFL are quarterbacks and wide receivers.
Yeah, exactly.
But boys, I'm going to end this one strictly for the reason that I'm going on Jeff's show at 5:30, and then I have the Draft Professor.
Hell yeah.
3-round mock draft that me and my buddy Newt, who did summer scouting, Packers fan, we are analyzing all the picks. So this is other people making the picks in the chat. We're analyzing 3 rounds. That's going to be 2 or 3 hours.
I know. What time? That's tonight?
It starts at 7.
Man, you better get some gloves. I saw you warming up your hands earlier.
Well, I'm going to turn this other heater on, you know. I'm like.
All right.
Man, you need spring in the worst way.
I need summer at this point.
Bro, you are cold, but you love this shit, man. You are down there in your garage talking draft on 3 shows today. Bro.
Yeah. And with the combine going on, like I'm not like if I was warm, you would not hear a complaint. I'm just cold. And I'm gonna try to get a little warmer. But
Are you guys gonna now that Columbus has got the USFL team, are you guys gonna pop in on that at any point this spring? You think or nah?
Derek probably will. Derek's a big guy. US.
I mean, you got Ted Ginn as the coach or GM or whatever.
Is he
Todd Haley's the offensive coordinator. How about that?
Yeah, Todd Haley. It's interesting.
Hey, they're having tryouts here in Cincinnati for that Cincinnati Slingers.
Well, I was gonna say about the Cincinnati Slingers. That's like what, arena or whatever.
Yeah, it's arena football, but they're having tryouts. Like you could just go try out.
The GM of that, I was on a show with him, Adrian Ross on Jeff's show, and yeah, he resigned. He thought it was a different role than what he was going to have. So,
really?
Snap! Does that mean Jeff's not the announcer now?
I don't know. Jeff's probably still the announcer. I would.
All right,
imagine.
good. Okay.
That's pretty funny.
Well, anybody wants to try out? I mean, I think Greg Luther, he's going to go down there and try out. He's got that elite pass in the parking lot to Mason.
That's true.
No, wasn't
Mason. Yeah, it was Matt's son.
Yeah. My B.
All right, man. Put it out there that the Bengals and Brews, we've taken Makai Lemon so everybody can get mad.
Right, Makai Lemon.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, with no context.
We took Makai Lemon. Come at us.
Period.
Yeah.
Come at us, bitch.
You passed up on Caleb Downs, Sonny Styles, Ruben Payne, David Bailey.
You got to do it.
Yep.
I think it's one of those picks that people would be hate, and then when the season starts and he starts making plays, people would be like, not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
Oh, we're putting up 35 a game and rolling. Yeah, this is fun.
I just want to be clear, though. In the scenario that we did draft, I'm not against Lemon, but I probably would have took Harold Perkins Jr. out of LSU.
in the first round.
I'm glad you got that in, Tom.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all.
Boys.
I'll be on. Check out Sports Strawberry Ice. Me and AC will be on at 5:30. Love you, boys. Love everybody in the chat. You guys are fantastic. And it's almost time for free agency. And we got the combine and the draft will be here before you.